Of one of the greenhouses. This is Professional Support Farms Vegetables. Yes, recall that we are together when we are treating the soil, fumigating the entire greenhouses in preparation for these our little babies. Now look at them, look at them, look at them. Today makes it 6 days after transplants. 6 days after transplanting of these seedlings. And the seedlings you are seeing here, they are bell pepper seedlings. They are bell pepper seedlings. Bell or sweet peppers, whichever, they are the same. So these bell pepper, they are from Solanaceae family. Where we also have the tomato, different variety of tomato, hot peppers, yes, and so on. So bell pepper is a very sensitive plant, a very sensitive crop that any little mistake or any little issue is going to show on the plant health, show on the fruits that are going to be formed. So we'll make sure that all hands are on deck to see that these plants are well taken care of. So every day we come in here, we give them water, we give them nutrients, out for insects and pests. You can see some cards here. This is the blue card. This over here is the yellow card. Those are for monitoring to see if there are any insect or pests in the house and also their levels. Then you see this twine here. This is called a UV twine. It's not just here for it's here for a purpose. When the plant have gotten to a certain height, to avoid falling off or logging off whenever there is wind or when they start having fruits, this particular UV twine is used to trellis them or to stick them. Is used. Then you see the drip line. Here is where we have our irrigation and fertigation. So this drip line here is where we administer water, nutrients to these plants so that they can grow very well. Yes, one more thing, you can see the shade nets. Here in Africa, Western Africa, it can be very hot at times. So what we do, the shade nets are being closed so that the impact of the sun will be less on this particular plant. If you are just joining us, let's know where you are joining us from. Comment the country you are watching from. These are bell pepper seedlings, and here we have the yellow variety, which is Regatin. Now, for bell peppers, the color green, when it starts fruiting, all the bell peppers have green colors. So when it starts maturing, that is when you see red, yellow, orange, and all that. So back to these seedlings, one of the challenges that we may have and we are preparing for are early attack of insects and some pests. And one of those pests is snail. But for the snail, we have taken proactive step by applying what we call mucide. If you look at this media, you see something like a blue, you see this blue stuff, these blue granules, these are mucide. Look at here, you see a blue granule, these are mucide. Over here, you see that blue granules there, these are mucides. So put it here, what this mucide does, it attracts snails. The odor, the scent, snails are attracted to the scent. So when snails attract the scent, what happens? They ingest it. And this mucide contains a chemical known as formaldehyde. Metaldehyde. So it dehydrates the snails when they eat it. Then Another thing is thrips. Thrips are major pests of bell peppers. In fact, all Solanaceae crops are victim of thrips. Franklinelia occidentalis, that is the scientific name for thrips. So thrips, they come in, they have 4 stages. We have the egg stage, we have the nymph, we have the adult stage. So at this stage of the plant, we may start seeing some little nymph stage of those insects, nymph stage, and we have to be very proactive to make sure that we are able to contain their spread because they multiply rapidly. We call it proliferation. They proliferate rapidly, especially under hot climates that we have here in Western Africa. So we come in here for the interim, we do hand crushing. So whenever we see those insects, we hand crush. Please, if you like what I do, you can support me by liking and subscribing. Yes, by liking and subscribing. Thank you for watching. So we come in here, we do hand crushing. Hand crushing is much easier. You come, if you see the insects, you crush. But hand crushing is not really sustainable. Yes, what can you see? This is bell pepper. This is this is another variety. If I'm not mistaken, this is the hot pepper. Shouldn't supposed to be here. Yes, so we do hand crushing to take care of the insects we are seeing physically. Then when the pressure builds, what we do next is to come in with biological fungicide. Then if it's beyond control, we come in with a synthetic insecticide, just to make sure that we curb and we control their spread. And we are very, very proactive here in terms of insects and proper IPM, integrated pest management approach, to ensure that vegetables are well grown. Then one important thing is also mite infestation. Unlike thrip mites, you begin to see foldings. Here we don't have mite infestation. But if you have mite infestation, you begin to see folding on the leaves. You begin to see folding on the leaf. The leaf is going to fold and it will be stunted. So for mites, it's very easier to take care of, because mites, their life cycle is not supported by very cold, humid temperature. So by the time the temperature is cold, we're able to, at least to an extent, reduce their population and also apply treatment. Yeah, these are all for now. Thank you for joining. I'm going to keep you posted. This is just 6 days of transplant. I'm going to keep you posted on new developments, on progress of this plant, on the crop health, and even when we start harvesting fruits, I'm going to keep you posted. Thank you for joining. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. I appreciate you guys. Bless ya.